Live stream. I'm here. My name is Bobby Umar. I'm here with Brenda Meller, and we are talking about company pages on the Thought Leadership Branding Club company page, but also we're trying to spread this out to Brenda's stream and my stream on our profile pages. So it's kind of exciting to be here. How are you doing, Brenda?
Good. I'm kind of muting and unmuting because I've got a printer thing going in the background right now. I'm doing good. I'm multitasking. That's what we do. We kind of
You're printing?
multitask, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I multitask. Well, on live streams, I don't think I haven't multitasked on live streams. I mean, maybe I could like stretch my feet or something, but you are a powerhouse. That's why you are Brenda Meller, LinkedIn trainer. So that's good.
Well, we do what we can, and I surround myself with awesome people like you, Bobby, and that's
There you
part
go.
of my superhero powers is surrounding myself with awesomeness, because then I gain awesomeness from those people that I surround myself with, and that's why I'm glad to be on with you today.
Yeah, that's sweet. Okay, well, today we're going to talk about again how to grow your LinkedIn company page. And of course, we've been doing we're doing this monthly, on the second Wednesday of every month. We're an hour late because we had tech problems. Hopefully, it's working on the channels that people can see us. If you are joining us, you can comment below and let us know what any questions you might have, or you share your thoughts, or tell us where you're from, or just share some love and say, Brenda's awesome and Bobby's beard is nice, and whatever you want to say is totally fine. But I think we'll start with the first question, which is company pages. Why are they so important? Well, for me, I have my profile, which to me is my overall thought leadership brand, and then I actually have 4 company pages, which is crazy. But
wow.
I know, but
I've got a couple too. Now I've got to look up and see. Now, are those your pages or pages you manage? Because I have you beat a number of pages I have admin access to. But
no, these are 4 that are mine, and then I have 2, and then 2 more that are kind of I'm partnering on. And so,
okay.
But 4 that are mine because there's I've separated. I have a DYPB, which is a company, and I have my Rayon, which is a company. And then, of course, I have TLB, which is also a company itself, technically, but it's more of a community.
What's the difference between those, the DYP and RAN? What's the difference? I should know because I'm around you enough, but I don't know. And maybe there's other people watching that don't know too. So
so basically, DYP is Discovery Personal Brand. It's a company focused on personal branding, and a lot of my initiatives are there. I do have a team there that I work with. And then Real, and I created a company page years ago. I never use it, but it has like 700 people, so it's there. And then, because for me, Real is really my profile page. It's all the training and speaking that I do. And then my Bobby Umar company page is about coaching and online programs. So that's kind of how I delineate. And then, of course, there's Thought Leadership Brand Club, which is the clubhouse, social audio, things like that. So there's a lot of overlap, but it's fine. Yeah. But why don't you do an introduction? Why don't you introduce yourself, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. So I'm Brenda Meller, and I watched this technique. You see, I have LinkedIn trainer. I saw somebody else do this, and I'm like, I should do that like wherever I go, because it follows you around. That description follows, because a lot of times you're on and people are like, I don't know what they do exactly. And I actually had I was in a Zoom call once, Bobby, and it was for like a local organization, and I had Brenda Meller LinkedIn strategy or LinkedIn trainer or something. And through the course of the chat, a lot of these Zoom calls, people turn themselves off. And I had my video on, and people could, hear me talking, see me, and I was, participating. And I had one gentleman who saw it said LinkedIn strategy under my name, and he reached out to me afterwards. He ended up becoming a client because he saw that, like just for that name thing. So I come from a corporate marketing background. So this description is a bit of like a back way into explaining what I do. I come from a corporate marketing background. So I'm always thinking about who is your ideal target audience? Why do they care? And then how do we best use platforms like LinkedIn to connect with them to help achieve our business goals? And I work with individuals, I work with companies, I do master classes, I do webinars, I do live team training, one-to-one coaching, profile optimization, all that other good stuff. But I really enjoy, like I was saying earlier, surrounding myself with awesome people. And I also enjoy shining the spotlight on people in my network. And I think that's really become part of my personal brand. So that's what I want people to walk away with today, because I gave you a lot of stuff, but I want you to remember that shining the light on other people, that's one of the keys of getting the most out of LinkedIn.
I love that. And, I would say that for me, I do very similar stuff that you do. I mean, for me, like my general thing that I do is I go into companies and I also work with individuals, but I do 2 things. I focus on personal branding for clarity, focus on alignment, and then I use the tools of storytelling, content creation, relationship building, networking, confidence mindset and speaking to help build a thought leadership brand for people. So that's kind of what I do. And this thought leadership brand builds lots of opportunities for leads and businesses and TEDx talks and speaking gigs. So that's kind of where my focus is. So the first question we always ask on the company page broadcast is, how many invites have you sent? And where you at, Brenda?
So last month, I think I still had 250. Didn't I have 250, or did I have 100?
Do you still have 250? Because I don't anymore.
Well, I don't anymore.
Or I never did. Oh, okay.
But LinkedIn giveth, LinkedIn taketh away. And in December, I thought it was like a nice Christmas present. I had my invitation credits increased to 250. But I heard from someone, and I think it was Michelle Raymond, I'm going to give her a shout out, that somebody else had 250, but there was 1 month that they didn't use all of them, and then LinkedIn took them away. And I was like, oh, I got to use them like every month. I have them now.
Right.
So now I'm back to 100 invitation credits. And just before we jumped on the call, I checked, and I have 9 that are remaining. I'm going to see who's in chat, because if I'm connected, I may invite those people to follow my page, because I want to make sure I'm using those credits every month. And right now, Bobby, we're about mid-month. So I want to keep those going. I always like keep 1 remaining so I can demonstrate how to use that invitation credits. Now that's my main page, Brenda Meller Marketing, rather. I also have a page for my book, Social Media Pie, How to Enjoy a Bigger Slice of LinkedIn. I don't use the invitation credits on that page. I have like 100 right now. But that page is, I think it's on just under 400 followers. I don't really invite people. People come to it and they follow it. It's just, I'm kind of using that as a little test on the side. And then I also have a page for, what else? Social Media Pie. And there's one other page I have out there. I have like an intern page or something on there too. But anyways, my main page, I have 9 credits. How about you?
So on my current page, I have 1 credit left, and I only focus on my my Bobby Umar page. The other ones I don't do any invites. But on the Bobby Umar page, I've been inviting people. I have 1 credit available. So I took your advice and got it down almost to 0. So like I leave 1. A couple people joined, and then I started a few people join, so I took it down even further, and I just keep it at 1. That's kind of how I roll. So
good. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, in terms of today, and again, I'm still looking to see where we're broadcasting, but it'll still be recorded. When it comes to company pages,
I see it on Meller Marketing on my LinkedIn page. I just pushed it out to my personal page on LinkedIn, and I see it's on my YouTube channel, so I know it's out there. And I did get a notification that we're live on LinkedIn. So if you guys are watching, could you do us a favor? Could you please drop a comment below and just say hi, hello, let us know where you're watching from. That's kind of like the equivalent of is this thing on? Like, can you guys hear us when you drop a comment?
Yeah, that would be helpful.
There you go.
Okay.
So, maybe is it just me that's pushing it out?
I've only paired my channel. I haven't done it yet? Oh, man. Okay, so that's part of the problem. So Bobby sucks. I need to be better at this.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a bummer. Okay. Well, I guess but I can't even find the TLB page, TLB club page. So that's fine. I'll try to figure that out.
We'll make it happen. I always tell people, Bobby, I don't have mistakes. We have learning experiences, and I always like to pull back the curtain and tell people about what the learning experience was. So in this case, it might have been the restream. Sometimes like LinkedIn doesn't pick up from the restream. It happens on StreamYard too. So the good thing is we can kind of check and make sure things are working. Our audience can help by letting us know they can see us. So wherever you are in the world, let us know. And even if you're watching this in playback, still leave a comment, because we can know that you watched the playback later, that you caught it a little bit later on. But this is what we do. We help each other out, right, Bobby?
Absolutely. And so let's talk about company page. I mean, anything new and interesting going on in your company page life this month? Do you want to share with us today?
It's always kind of an interesting question when I get that asked, like, what's new on your company page? I'm not sure if there's any new features. One thing I am working through right now is it's related to the personal profile, but there's a company page tie-in as well. It's the industry list. So I don't know if you've noticed or seen this, Bobby, but on your personal profile on LinkedIn, there used to be an industry list dropdown. And it's something that's kind of behind the top header card. It doesn't show publicly, but it does help you to come up in more searches for those industry keywords. And they kind of LinkedIn did away with the drop down list. So we can't see the full list of industries anymore. And Michelle Raymond, I think she was the one who broke it and said, there's now 400 industries. Now the previous company industry list was under 200. So I'm trying to kind of troubleshoot and figure out where can we find the full list. One thing I did do is I went into LinkedIn Marketing Solutions, which is the campaign manager, to see when you target ads, does it give you the full industry list? It doesn't. There's only like I don't know, it's under 100 industries that are in there. So it's not
Right.
as broad of a list in there. I was hoping to kind of backdoor, find a way in there. So it's not necessarily company page new, but it is something that's a newer feature I'm tracking right now. And because industries is related to the company that you work for, I'm going to connect the dots and say it's something new that I'm sharing with all of you.
Yeah, no, it's good. I appreciate that. And I think for me, like the main thing that for me, the main new thing for me, the company page is really doing a live stream on TLB Club and trying to restream it across the other ones. That's kind of across my other platforms. I think being able to use restream to multi-stream across a broad bunch of places. So what we can do now is we host on the company page. I can restream it to my profile page. I can restream it to my guest page. I can also share it on YouTube. I can share it on Twitter and on Facebook all at the same time, which I love. I think that's a really awesome tool to leverage. And so we're trying to leverage that now. Although this week I screwed up because for some reason they're not there. They're not. But we're gonna, according to Sebastian, who's our wonderful tech behind the scenes, he's going to take this thing and then share it again on my pages later on, which is, I think that's awesome.
We'll make it happen. Hey, you know what? I did just discover something new, Bobby. I'm on my company page. Can I do a screen share or not? Can I?
Yeah,
not?
You can on the bottom here. There's a screen share screen. Do you see it?
If I click on that and I go to screen 1, okay, can you see this right now where it says collect leads?
Hold on, we have to make sure
there we
it's
go.
big. There we go. All right.
Okay, so do you see this on your page yet? This is like something I just noticed today. Collect leads on your page.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Lead gen form. And then when I turn it on, it's saying, okay, what's your call to action? You can either contact sales, request a free demo, or start a free trial. And then you've got to put your privacy policy URL in there. Personalize your lead gen form entry point. So your headline, your body copy, and then it's going to give us a preview. So I might say, need help with.
Now, is this under the admin tools?
This is, so when I clicked on edit page, it got me into the box where you edit all of your descriptive information.
Yeah. Okay.
I clicked on that and it's in the left navigation under, so it's header, about, and then there's a new area that says leads with lead gen form attached to it. Now, I'm familiar with lead gen forms on LinkedIn attached to marketing solutions. This is something that's entirely new in the edit admin area that I'm not familiar with.
So I don't have that.
Okay.
I don't have it. I only have page info, buttons, overview, workplace locations. That's it.
So I have no idea how this works. So I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna load in here a webinar that I'm doing tomorrow as an example and see how this works. I'm just gonna say join my upcoming webinar and let's see if this works. Join my upcoming webinar on April 14th. Isn't this fun that we get to do something like this, like live?
Yeah, we're doing it live. That's kind of exciting to show people.
Ooh, and I don't know if it's even going to work. I think the last thing is it's going to ask for my privacy policy. So I'm just going to type that in real quick. I think it's just privacy. This is what I do with your information if I collect it from my page. So let me drop that in there. Okay, now the save button appears. So as soon as I put the privacy policy in there, the save button appears. Now, what I don't know is what happens, like where do people see this publicly on the page? So I'm going to click on no thanks. I don't know why they do that all the time.
Views
I'm going to go back to my page now where you can see the live videos going right now.
Is it a register button?
No, that register is the page that I've used. Let me go back to the view as admin to show you what I've done for that. So there's a way that you can do a custom button.
Oh yeah, the button to click here, go to, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, so I have that as well.
To register in here. Now, what I don't see is anywhere on the page what I just set up with the lead gen form. So we're gonna have to ask Michelle Raymond about this one because she's like a couple steps ahead of me on some of the newer features. I don't see it though, and if I click on more, I don't see it here. So I don't know where. Oh, here it is. Need help with your LinkedIn page. So let's see what happens if I click on contact sales. So now let me fill it out. Let me put a different email because it'll probably not let me with my own email. And then I'm going to click on submit. And I don't know what happens now. Where does it go? Does it email it to me?
I don't know. Although Sebastian tells me that as soon as go to your notifications.
Go to my notifications for my page?
Yeah.
Okay. Activity. Updates? No.
Requests? No.
Nope. I don't know.
Maybe we'll show soon. Okay.
It's in a black hole somewhere.
Well, wait. That does not sound okay.
And I'm checking my email inbox to see if anything came to me through email, but I don't see anything in my email either.
Well, the other thing that happened too is for me, I haven't actually run an event on my company page, and that's why I don't have that. So Sebastian said that once you start a live event on your company page, then that form to actually share will be there. So that's part of it too. Yeah, pretty cool.
I don't know. Well, stay tuned. When I figure out the answer where that form submission went into, I will comment on this video to let all of you know. In the meantime, I'm going to tag Michelle Raymond in my post because I've given her 2 shout outs already, and she might be familiar with this feature.
I know, that's right.
Maybe she can get us going. And Bobby, I've only got a couple minutes left. I've actually got to head over to pick my daughter up from school in a few minutes here. But I want to thank you because I know it was a little bit of an effort getting this coordinated today.
Yeah, no worries.
It's always nice to see you and chat with you live.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Brenda. And, I think that, I know you got to go. So thanks, Brenda, for being here. We're here every month. But if you want to access, follow her company page, and you can certainly talk to Brenda about all the amazing things she's doing. I'm a huge fan, a huge supporter, and I love working with her. So there you go.
Thank you, Bobby. All right, I'm going to head out, guys. Thank you so much. I'll look for the playback later, and I will see you around. Take care.
Bye. And I'll just keep talking about, how, again, the company pages are a big part of your brand. And one of the things that I like to do is, in terms of, when do I post on my company page? Well, the way I'm doing now is my profile page, I'm kind of scaling back what I'm doing. So I'm actually only posting maybe 2 to 3 times per week on my profile page, and usually twice in the weekdays and then once on the weekend. And on the company page, though, I post every day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, just one post each day. And I mix it up with the different contents because I think with the company page, it's harder to create engagement. There's less natural engagement. So one of my big things that I like to talk to LinkedIn is to say, look, give us some data on who's seeing our content, who's seeing the work. Because if I have on my company page, I have 22,000 subscribers, but are they seeing the content? Because I'm not sure that's happening, and I'm wondering what's going on with that. But typically, you want to post, and I post on your company page, at least according to the algorithm, that Richard Van Boom talks about. He talks about doing it, 5 to 6 times per week, and I think for me, 5 days a week is fine. Very easy for me to share a piece of content. If you have more resources, you have a bigger company page, you can post more frequently. Just got to be mindful of that in terms of getting that engagement. But then what gets engagement? That's the other question, right? How do you get engagement from your company page? For now, one of the hardest things is to do that. And usually personal stories do better. I mean, you certainly can, obviously it's good to be able to sell your business and talk about the things you're working on and the events and the projects and inviting people to join you. But what works really well is sharing personal stories and sharing a personal story about your business or about what's going on, or showing yourself working with clients, or maybe you're at a speaking event or whatever it might be. That stuff works a lot better when it comes to getting people to engage. And then the other thing that works with engagement is really doing posts that organically get more engagements. Like the truth is, polls still work very well. And so when I do posts, I'll have some posts that don't do much at all. But then a poll will still get more traction, and even if it's a smaller number, and that's still very, very helpful. And look, there's Michelle Raymond coming in. Hello, yes, I see that the lead gen pages are now showing company pages, product pages, and showcase pages. That's awesome. And one of the things that I'm doing is trying to, I guess I'll have to create an event on my company page next time, and once I have that, I'll be able to have the lead gen as well. So I'm gonna have to do another company page event on my company page and see what happens, and I'll be able to do the lead gen pages. So I'm excited about that. And again, if you have questions on what we're trying to do, we're trying to do this. This is hosted by the Thought Leadership Brand Club, which is itself a company page on LinkedIn. And a whole goal of the Thought Leadership Brand Club is to help brands and individuals build their thought leadership brands. And by leveraging the power of social audio. But, we do live streams as well, and we do, content as well. But we try to help individuals and brands with our inner circle community of speakers and moderators and experts to help them build their brands, help them grow, and help them monetize. And it's a great community of people. We have a private WhatsApp group. We have a weekly coaching call. We have weekly office hours. And, everyone's sharing with each other different information and leveraging their expertise to support one another. So it's a great community. If you want to know more about it, by all means, I encourage you to check out the company page, but also check out our website, which is thoughtleadershipbranding.club. We'd love to have you be part of what we're doing and the community and supporting you and your brand. And it's a great, again, I really love it. And we do this monthly on the page. And also we're now going to be doing some more live streams from the company page. We're doing a whole bunch of other people from our community are going to be sharing it with Melanie and Rachel and a bunch of other awesome people, which is great. So very excited about that. And Seb, thanks for putting all those little stuff in the bottom. That's great. I appreciate you for doing that. And actually, while I have you, I have an announcement to make, which is, the Thought Leadership Brand Club runs rooms on Clubhouse, which is the majority of our rooms. We also now run rooms on Twitter Spaces. We also run LinkedIn audio rooms. So we do 2 LinkedIn audio rooms per week on Tuesday and Wednesday. We do Twitter Spaces as well, several days per week. And we do LinkedIn Mastery every day across all 3 of those platforms. Now we're doing live streams on the company page. And we also do workshops. So last fall, we did a workshop on TEDx Talks, how to land a TEDx Talk. Well, now we're doing another workshop. And I'm really excited about this. On May 7th, we're doing a workshop, how to boost your LinkedIn profile and get more engagement. And it was going to feature 6 of the people in our community. In fact, 6 of the people who are all LinkedIn aficionados and experts in different areas. That's going to be Lynn Williams, Heather Epstein, Ilya Francis, Melanie, Wexler Mitchell, and I'm forgetting somebody. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. I should not do that. Okay, I'm forgetting. But who's the 6th person? Leanne Calderwood. There you go. Okay, good. And we're going to be sharing our best tips and tricks to help you boost and energize your profile and get your engagement going. It's happening on May 7th. We have an early bird ticket special that's available until end of next week on April 22nd. So if you get that one, you'll save 33%. So I hope you guys will take a look at that and check it out. We'd love to have you be part of that workshop. There'll be Q&A afterwards. We'll stick around and answer all your questions. And we'll look at your profiles, look at your content. We're going to help you grow. It's going to be an amazing event, and I'm really excited about hosting that event. That's our second big external event that we're running today. So thanks so much for being part of it and being part of this thing. And if you have questions on your company pages, we want to actually help you with that, because there's so many things you got to think about, right? Making sure you set up your company page in a way that will grow and will be thoroughly sought out by other people. I use my company page all the time, and I'm going to share my screen for a little bit to show you. So can I share a screen too? There we go. Okay. I see my screen. So this is my company page, right? And so I have 22,000 followers. And one of the things that's really important is to let people know exactly what it's all about. So the header is really good for me to show, okay, these are the things I do. It's all about my coaching and my program. So if you want to hire me as a coach or as a consultant, this is where I want people to go. And, obviously I grow my followers by inviting connections. I maximize to at least 100 credits I get every month. And then, I have a pinned link, which is basically my purpose story. It's called my purpose, legacy, and story video, what people can look at. And then, of course, we have all the posts that I'm doing, right? I post usually once per day. And then, of course, you have a gate over here, which allows you to see kind of how things are going. And what's also important, of course, is if we view as a member, right, we have here where people can click on learn more, and it's going to take them to my website, Hire Bobby to Coach You, right? So it's all connected, right? So again, you want to make sure that this is what it looks like when people are seeing my page. They also see the about section of who I am and what I do and all the programs and things like that. So it's important to make sure you fully flush out exactly what your page is all about, and you do that under here under the embed tools. And actually edit your page and make sure all these things here, your page info and your buttons, the overview and everything is all fleshed out. You have your key hashtags. I have 3 that I use. And then are you in featured groups? So I'm also featured in a couple of groups here. So just make sure you're doing that as best you can. All right. So I see that, again, if people have questions, you're more than welcome to be part of the conversation. But otherwise, I think I'm going to try to close off now. It's a little bit short today, only because we did have the tech issues, but I will try to see if I can get this going on my LinkedIn page as well as my Twitter page, so I can access my 45,000 LinkedIn and my 500,000 on LinkedIn on Twitter. So with that, thanks so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And you can see the link there to the Boost LinkedIn May 7 bit.ly link there to check out our workshop and take advantage of the early bird. And if you have any questions about that, just ping me anytime. I'm happy to do that. One last thing before I go, on my profile page today, I talked about something even bigger, which is I actually put my money where my mouth is. I said, would you like to land a TEDx talk? Question number 2, would you like to get paid for speaking? And question number 3, if I guaranteed results, and if I guaranteed you getting a TEDx talk and a paid speaking gig this year, would you want to work with us? And so I'm actually running a program, a brand new program. It's a 6-week boot camp with a 6-month coaching program. And I'm basically guaranteeing I can get you a TEDx talk and I'm going to get you paid speaking gigs. And if you're interested in that, check out my post on my profile page, and you're more than welcome to message me and learn more about that, because I'm putting my money where my mouth is, or where the money is, to say that I can do this for you. And I'm feeling very confident about that. And if you want to know why or how, you can see exactly what I've laid out on the post, and I'll tell you exactly how to do it. You can ping me and I'll tell you more about it. All right. So this is Know and Grow Your Eyes with LinkedIn Company Pages, brought to you by the Thought Leadership Brand Club, hosted by myself and Brenda Miller every second Wednesday of the month, usually at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care.